Well, hello there. If you're new to the channel, my name is Andrew Michael. I'm a real estate agent here in beautiful Northeast Florida, and today I have K-8 Academy behind me, which is a newer school, and it's all the way on the southern boundary of the master plan community called Nocatee. And today I'm going to answer the top 4 questions that I oftentimes get from families relocating to Northeast Florida. Number 1, how do I find out which schools my children would be zoned for if I purchased a particular home or bought in a particular neighborhood? Number 2, what future schools is the county developing and how do they select that criteria? Number 3, is the school district only building K-8 academies instead of elementary schools and middle schools? We're going to answer that one. And then last but not least, which is the best school for your kids? We're going to answer all 4 of those questions, and we're going to do it right now. All right, everybody, welcome back. Again, my name is Andrew Michael. I'm a real estate agent here in Northeast Florida, and these are the top 4 questions I always get from families relocating to this area. So I thought I'd put together this video just to help all of you out. Do me a favor. If you get any value out of this video, give me a thumbs up. That'll definitely help. And if you want to keep seeing videos like this, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and that way you can see the videos as soon as they're released. Now, with all that being said, let's jump in. Okay, so the number 1 question I get is which schools are would my kids be zoned for if I purchased a particular home? So let's go ahead and take a look. Here is the website for the St. Johns County School Board, and as you can see, I put in an address, and there we go. It tells me the 3 schools that if somebody purchased a home at that address, where their children would be zoned for. Now keep in mind, just like you see vacant or something to that effect on the screen, what that means is that the school board, it has the address, these are the schools it's zoned for, but nobody lives at that address. So that's why it says that. So if you're looking, the reason I bring that up, if you're using either an amenity center, like the address that I'm using here, or if you're checking a new construction home that nobody has lived in yet, it'll probably say that vacant part, but don't worry about that. You can still get the schools. So there you go. That is the number 1 question I get, and now you know how to find it yourself. And by the way, the links to the website that I'm going to reference, or the websites that I'm going to reference in this video, are all down below. So feel free to click them. The number 2 question is, where do I look for future school development? Well, back to the St. Johns County website. They actually post all the projects that they're working on. So you can see, now sometimes when you go through new construction communities, the site agents, or if you're looking at resales, the listing agent, if you're coming through an open house or something, they'll tell you like, oh, there's land over here and they're going to build a school there. Well, that may be true, but you don't know when they're going to build that school. We can all agree that population has exploded all over St. Johns County, which means they're constantly building new schools. So the best way to find which schools they're currently building is to go to the website, and again, that link is down below there too. You can also contact the school board and ask for their 5-year plan. And this is if you really want to get down to nitty-gritty. Most people don't, but if you want to, you can. If you contact the school board and the numbers on the website that I referenced, they will actually tell you and send you the 5-year plan so you can see what schools they're planning on building and where. Now, the next question that I get is, so that was number 2. So we've answered 1 and 2. Let's move on to number 3. Is the district only building K-8, meaning kindergarten through 8th grade academies, instead of elementary and middle schools? And the answer is no. What happens is the St. Johns County School Board, just like every other school board in the country, does not have infinite resources. So they can't just build all over the county at once. So what they look at is the population and what they're expecting the population to be. Then they look at their available resources. So in most of the big master plan communities, they already own land that they can build, that they're planning on building schools for. So what they look at it is, and by the way, if you want a more detailed answer, again, you can call the school board and they'll give it to you. But the way they explained it to me is they look at their resources, they look at their budget, they look at the land that they own, and they look at the needs, and then that's what they build based off. So in other words, like if they had multiple pieces of land throughout a particular area, then they might build an elementary school, a middle school, and a high school. But if they don't, if let's say they only have 2 large parcels, well, then they'll build one like you see behind me, which is kindergarten all the way up through 8th grade. So when I asked them if they were planning on building any more elementary and middle schools in the future, they said that they may, but at the moment when this video is being filmed, they're not working on any. They're just building K-8 Academies and high schools. But in the future, that could change. So that's number 3. Number 4, which is the best school for your kids? Nobody can answer that question. I don't know you, well, I may know you, but I don't know your children's needs. So the best schools for my kids may not be the best school for your kids, and vice versa. So here's a great way to answer that. Take a look at the schools in the area. Now, kindergarten through 8th grade is kind of kindergarten through 8th grade, so you can kind of look at that and see whether you like these particular schools or not. You can contact the schools, ask their questions, maybe do a tour. They'll mostly do all of that kind of stuff. Now, within high schools, that's where it gets kind of interesting. Here we have academies within the high school. Now, an academy within a high school is not the same as the K-8 Academy we just discussed. What that basically is a specialized group of courses or a specialized program. So let's say your high schooler or your future high schooler is interested in engineering. Maybe they have maybe they want to go into military. There's a million different, maybe they want to be a scientist, like a marine biologist or something. Well, maybe they want to go into business. Maybe they want to go into international supply chain. They have all this stuff in different academies. So what you would need to do in that case is with your child, however that works in your family, you need to kind of figure out what's best for your student. And if one of these academies is of interest, you have to apply for it. If your child gets accepted, then great. They can then go to the academy. Now, here's the one thing that they asked for me to tell you when I was getting ready for this video. If you choose to send your child to a school that you are not zoned for because of the academies that's available, then in that case, you are responsible for transportation, which means the school bus is not picking them up. So if you send, let's say you're zoned for Nice High School, but you send your child to a different high school because of an academy, if they had gone to Nice, the neighborhood bus could pick them up and take them. But because they're going to an academy outside of your school zone, they won't. So you'll be responsible for picking up your child, getting them to the school, and bringing them back. So that's what they wanted me to convey. So there you go. So I've answered the top 4 questions I get all of the time. Do me a favor, if you have any other questions or anything else that I forgot to mention, go ahead and throw it down below. I'd be more than happy to answer it. Or you can call or text the number below and you'll get me, and I would be more than happy to respond. Last but not least, if you're looking to make a smooth transition to Northeast Florida, I would love the chance to help. And again, you can call the number below or text. That's it for now. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to meeting you in person. Have a great day.